gigantic Maya pyramid dwarfing other structures challenges former theories on ancient civilization. These are the tikal Guatemalan Mayan pyramids. Scientists studying the history of the Maya people adhere to the theory that the ancient civilization evolved gradually, starting with small villages emerging during the middle pre-classical period, about 1000 BC, and only progressing to more monumental structures later. The team of scientists conducted a spate of excavations supported by airborne mapping, the LIDAR that they use now, at previously unknown sites in Mexico called Aguada Phoenix to reveal a raised ceremonial structure made of clay. This is what they claim is the oldest and largest known of all structures built by the ancient Mayan people. The structure was constructed from about 1000 BC to 800 BC, according to a study led by archaeologist Takeshi Inomata of the University of Arizona in Tucson and his colleagues, entitled Monumental Architecture at Aguada Phoenix and the Rise of the Mayan Civilization. This report was published in Nature magazine June 3rd. The site is located in part on Rancho Phoenix, the Phoenix Ranch, in Tabasco, Mexico, at the western edge of the Mayan lowlands, and due to the presence of artificial reservoirs called aguadas in the area, the researchers dubbed the site Aguada Phoenix. Researchers estimate this platform took 3.2 million to 4.3 million cubic meters of earth and clay to construct. 9 causeways radiate from platforms, with the longest of these stretching at 6.3 kilometers. The causeway suggests the platform is just the central precinct of a very, very, very large place. Thomas Guderjan, president of the Maya Research Project, who did not take part in the research, was quoted saying, as for the purpose of the platform, the team of scientists believed it was used for rituals involving lots of people. This is borne out by artifacts such as jade axes, and researchers found at the site approximately 800 BC is the dating of these. Aguada Phoenix and nearby sites were abandoned by the Maya, with maize that's corn, becoming increasingly important. Researchers said people may have moved to higher, better drained terrains. The discovery of these huge, grand ceremonial structures, roughly 1.4 kilometers long, 400 meters wide, 10 to 15 meters high, raises questions regarding both the size and the timing of these large settlements in Central America. The research also feeds into recent evidence uncovered by Inomata's team that disputes the theory that Maya society developed gradually from small villages to urban centers with pyramids and other massive buildings, a theory earlier suggested by some scientists. A structure similar to the one uncovered in Mexico's Aguada Phoenix, only smaller, was discovered earlier by scientists at a Maya site in Guatemala called Ceibal. That dates to about 950 BC. Some scientists have contended that Maya cities and kingdoms of the so-called classic period did not begin to flourish in parts of southern Mexico and Central America until about 250 to 900 AD. So that is definitely wrong dating. The archaeological legacy of the Maya people is best characterized by the pyramid temples and ornate palaces built by Maya centers from El Tajin in north to Copan in the south across Mesoamerica. Pyramids were used not only as temples for Maya religious practices, with offerings made to the gods, but also as gigantic tombs for deceased rulers, sacrificial victims, and also precious goods. The LIDAR revolutionizes archaeological surveys. This is how a lot of the new findings have been located recently. Recent study is touted as further proof of the effective use in archaeology of the airborne remote sensing technique called light detection and ranging, or LIDAR for short, used to create a 3D map of structures of the surface below. The technique, which uses laser pulses to collect data on the contours of the land covered in jungle vegetation, is particularly promising for use in heavily forested regions. Basically, you can see the land without it being covered by vegetation, and that makes any construction very clearly visible. The method has already helped uncover other lost ruins in the Mayan city of Tikal in Guatemala, and a vast network connecting ancient cities of Southeast Asia's Khmer Empire. Looking ahead, Inomata and his team hope to learn more about how people at the Guataphénix site transitioned from a mobile lifestyle rooted in hunting and fishing to more sedentary life built around growing maize. He says, but finding residential areas of mobile people is a challenge, particularly in the tropical area. And he added that another giant platform from the ancient Maya likely awaits discovery. This is on Sputnik News. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.